In other news-breaking events, not really. Trump is doing a quote-unquote historical 2025 Middle East tour. What's in it? Mega deals, Israel strategy, and some other plans that are becoming unveiled. Now, why is it so important? Because apparently, context as I read, tour aligned with the Middle East Vision 2030, a $3 trillion plan to transform the region into a tech and trade superpower, timed by post-Ramadan to maximize diplomatic momentum, with leaders cleared schedules for Trump's arrival. Coordinated global economic summits, including Saudi's NEOM Future Investment Forum and UAE's AI Summit. Okay. So over the last few days, and today is the night of May 16th, 2025, Trump has toured Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and the UAE, a deliberate focus on the Gulf states before addressing Israel. And he's worked with regional think tanks like Gulf Research Center to align deal announcements for stock market exchanges. Now, who's angry with this? The warmongers. As nasty of a person as Trump is, and yes, he is very greedy, to say the least, yet this beats war. Imagine this. Two selfish entities. One of them is as bad as Trump. Everything that's stereotypical about a super rich man. Oh, besides greed, the lavishness, the arrogance, the sexism, the whole bit. And he's going to get rich off this. But as he gets rich, peace is in the region versus, for the last 20, 25 years, other people who are rich, they're polite to our faces. They smile. They use more articulate language. But lots and lots of wars have been happening. And this is not just one party. Both have done it. So, personally, I'm sick of these wars. And I'd like to see a little peace there, regardless of it's Trump, if it was Biden, if it was Obama or Bush. Yeah, that's pretty unrealistic. Now, here's a question. Why skip Israel for Gulf states? And how will the Middle East dominate in the 21st century? Or will they dominate? I don't know. And by the way, what's Trump hiding about this peace vision? What's his ulterior motives other than getting rich? So this is going to be something pretty special, but there's some countries that are still up in the air, such as what's going to happen in Syria. Supposedly, they're supposed to lift U.S. sanctions on Syria, unlocking $12 billion in Saudi investments for highways, power grids, and Damascus's first tech park by 2028. Sounds a bit like neocolonialism to me, but what do I know? And of course, fund Syria's military now that they're an ally, with what's the name, al-Assad taken out and living abroad. So what else do we have here? Oh yes, Qatar. The same ones who recently donated a plane to Trump, the new Air Force One. Well, what do they have? Trump had visited Al Udeid Air Base, which is home to 10,000 U.S. troops, and he unveiled a $500 million base upgrade. Oh, and Trump, I thought it'd be billions and billions. There's major deals positioning Qatar Airways to surpass Emirates by 2030. Great. And let's see. So that's mostly tech deals, but he hasn't done much for human rights for either Saudi Arabia or Qatar. But hey, this is Trump we're talking about. He's not exactly known for human rights. So now the UAE. What else? He attended Dubai's World Government Summit, delivering a keynote on tech-driven peace. Technology can be used for peace or war. Technology is not itself. It does not itself determine peace or war. The person who handles it does. So supposedly to lift restrictions, yada yada. $2 billion cryptocurrency deal. Yeah, $1 billion dollar deal for Dubai real estate. 500 luxury hotel, 200-acre business park, and $200 million Trump branded golf resort. Aha! I knew there was something hidden, but a $10 billion hydrogen deal targeting 20% of the global supply by 2035. Now, there's no Israel visit with Trump, but they're signaling a June 2025 summit to finalize Saudi-Israeli normalization. Pre-tour Jerusalem meeting with an Israeli convoy outlined the Gaza ceasefire and hostage release plans. Yeah, folks, I would tell you I'm a skeptic on that one, but that's putting it too lightly. I'm more like a cynic. So, what else? What's the master plan? Oh yes, they want to counter Russia and China. As I read off my notes again, 300 billion in deals dwarf China's 20 billion Belt Road Initiative and Russia's 5 billion Middle East investments. It blocks Huawei and Rosneft from Gulf 5G and oil contracts, securing U.S. tech and energy dominance. Yes, Trump's team negotiated clauses banning Chinese AI chips in Gulf data centers for 20 years. I don't know about that, but okay. Boring Boeing. And they're supposed to, the deal creates 50,000 U.S. jobs across 10 states, and Saudi defense deal supports 25 Lockheed Martin plants. Well, let's see. Oh, yes. $10 billion in Gulf investments for U.S. renewable energy startups, targeting 100,000 green jobs by 2030. Well, who would have thought? Trump is on the side of green energy. We'll see about it. Peace through prosperity, though. Yes, that sounds a little more likely. And I can liken this to Jimmy Carter's, Camp David Accords back in 78 when he normalized relations between Egypt and Israel. And I do believe peace through prosperity is a good way to do things. As I said earlier, of course there are selfish motives, but I'd rather have selfish people build and let the smaller people prosper themselves rather than the smaller people kill each other and suffer in pure misery, which has pretty much been the case last couple of decades. So I'm not going to talk too much about Israel in this one because it's too early to say. Now comes the AI tech revolution. I wonder, though, if this has any connection to Saudi Arabia's future AI city, or smart city, as they call it. I'm sorry. Saudi Arabia's AI smart city. And if you don't know what that is, look it up, please, if you're still watching. Another geopolitical shift. The Middle East handles 35% of global shipping via the Suez Canal, with 50 billion in port upgrades. 25 billion Red Sea trade hub to link 12 nations by 2032, rivaling Singapore. U.S. Middle East trade to hit 600 billion by 2030, surpassing EU and Japan combined. So, shocking fact. Saudi Arabia secretly acquired a 2 billion stake in SpaceX with plans for a NEOM spaceport by 2030. Aiming to launch 100 satellites annually. Well, let's see. It's a win-win for the U.S. and the Middle East, apparently. Though I think Iran is not very happy about that, but what do I know? But yes, for both the U.S. and the Middle East, this means job growth. Not just in technology, but in green energy and even in fossil fuels. Also, the long-term impact is supposed to be a 15-year tariff cuts, which is saving $75 billion with 1.5 trillion in trade by 2035. Let's see. Oh yes, Qatar agreed to buy 1 billion in U.S. farmland to secure food supplies. A deal kept secret until X spotted Qatari officials touring Iowa farms. My personal opinion on that one, China was buying a lot of those, and so it's still foreign people owning the farms, and yeah. I'm not thrilled in that one. It's not exactly lifting my spirits. So now, there's some other productive parts. As I said, serious sanctions are lifted. Qatar mediated Iran nuclear talks in Oman, aimed for a 2026 deal with $15 billion Gulf Iran trade zone, and $7 billion Yemen reconstruction fund, rebuilding 10,000 homes by 2028. 10,000 homes, yeah. Never mind all the Yemenis that have lost not only their homes, but their lives, and it's going to take a lot more than 10,000. Now, there's going to be future nuclear deals. Now, people have been on both sides of the spectrum on that one. Some people who praised Obama will criticize Trump for doing it, and vice versa. I gave Obama a chance with the nuclear deal, and now I'm going to give Trump a chance. Let's see how it goes. Anyways, so let's see how these deals in the Middle East turn out. Let's see how it goes for Iran. I'd say even if it takes a nasty, narcissistic real estate mogul like Trump to create peace, well, so be it. Like I said, he's not a nice person. He's a selfish narcissist, in my opinion. But this is a potential for peace. And when there's peace in the Middle East, it typically spreads to other parts of the globe. Meanwhile, folks, please like, subscribe, share, bang the notification bell, and follow us on X, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and even Reddit. It just makes me feel so warm inside. Now have a great day or night wherever you are.